I said it, killed a bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewiz.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. We still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from hunger pain.
Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that Street Geek and Nerd Soul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of Thumbnails. We talking about Young Justice, y'all. Oh yeah, we talking about that Young Justice. We talking about Dark Side. We talking about Light Side. No, it's one. We talking about Dark Side. We talking about New Gods. We talking about Forager, and Forager. All right, we talking about Rocket. All right. We talking about Jay Garrick, Light Ray, everybody. But while you getting your like on, while you hitting the share button to get your friends, everybody involved to come in with a conversation, while you're hitting that subscribe, while you're contemplating the Patreon, I need to introduce you to an esteemed colleague, a genius and gentleman, right over here. Keith from Blerdish, what's up?
Genius, man. Now I feel like Clement Bryant out here. They don't talk me up that much, but I will take it though.
That's what it's all about, man. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, guys, if you see the young lady below, this is a hero by the name of Vigilance. She's one of my favorite superheroes in them streets. You know what I'm saying? So, we had Rocket on, so I figured we could have another superhero on, a young lady out there just trying to live her life. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get it right. So, I threw a question out to the chat already, and I'll ask you, Mr. Keith Cooper, are you happy to see the Zods?
See the Zods?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Uh-oh.
And it was just like, I don't, it's cool if it's gonna amount to something. Not that I'm not doubting Young Justice, but that was such a, this is a continued. I don't even care to discuss that really. Sure, I guess.
Ooh.
It ain't nothing that takes away from the episode, but I don't even care about that right now, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because I actually, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because it was some other stuff that actually beginning episode that pertains closely to my life that I'm glad that they did, that that I was able to see. So I guess that's where my mind was at. But the Zods, I'm pretty sure they're evil. They're Zods, so they're gonna probably beat them up a few down the line.
Okay. Well,
but it's like,
See, okay. I guys, look. All right, we have some yeses up in the chat already. I'll say this. I find it interesting that we're bringing in Zods because we're thinking, for the most part at this time, that the last son of Krypton is the last son of Krypton. So,
actually,
where did Killmonger Zod come from? All right.
Can I re-answer this question?
Okay.
That I thought about it because you said I was thinking about you said Killmonger Zod. If they smack around this Superman, then yes, I'll be happy about it. If they beat the hell out, since he's always good for nothing, and he's gonna fail. Hey, look, y'all can hate on me or whatever they're saying, but the writers clearly don't like this Superman.
Yeah.
So yes, if they're getting smacked up, rightfully so, for being just annoying. Sure, bring on the Zods.
Okay. Now, Ghost MKC says, I feel that they've retconned the Zon lineage to be black for the last 5 or so years pretty well. Young Justice has the potential to be my favorite interrelation of them. You know what? Yeah, because weren't in the show Krypton, weren't the Zods black?
I think there were a lot of like Zods
Because
or black
Krypton
super.
was a show that was like almost good. Krypton was like, it was an okay show. It wasn't, blowing me away, but I did think there were some interesting things about it. It's just whenever you dealing with going back in time that far, it's not as interesting sometimes as you think it'll be. And then Lois and Clark too, they're also black in that as well. Now, why are you making all the black people black? No, it's black. But because the Zods aren't all, like evil, generals or something like that. So I was excited to see the Zods, especially when he named himself. But I was like, who is Killmonger Jr. up in here? I was like, all right.
You see what they do? I got a question. Did that character ever look like that before?
No, never, ever, 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 ever. That character, I've never heard of Lord Zod. I've never. But I'm pretty sure Lord Zod did not have that hairstyle until after Black Panther. All right. It's like, I was like, we're Killmonger Zod up in this joint. But it was nice. I like us bringing in another layer, especially if we're saying that this is going to run for 7 seasons and we're in season 4. I like it. But, we'll table that because I do want to talk about the beginning of this episode that shows, kind of like what Rocket's going through on a day-to-day, and also show that she's still kind of maintaining her secret identity as well. Because for a second, I was like, why don't she just fly him there? And then I was like, oh, well, I guess, kind of keep it on the low. You know what I'm saying?
I'll just say this, the last thing about the Zods. I just love the fact that, shout out to more black characters. And I like how Darkseid, like, look, Alamafak, yeah, you know how you say his name. Oh boy, the Martian.
Malafa'ak.
Alamafak, if I say it right. Wouldn't even address him like, look.
Yeah.
I got people that talk to you, partner. You are not to talk to
how
me.
boss level that was?
Not only will I not talk to you, I will not look in your presence. And you see this brother, Killmonger Zod, he your boss now. Holler at him. And if you disobey him, you disobeying my word. Like you've been told by
as if it's Darkseid. So Lord Zod, what is it? Geeky Andre makes a good point. I want to know, or ask a good question. I want to know how Darkseid got to Lord Zod. Like, how did this happen? And how are y'all retconning this? Because at least from our perspective, Superman's the last son of Krypton, but then it's like, okay, well, apparently he's not, because here come Lord Zod right here. Now, maybe it's a situation where a couple of kids were able to be saved from, the planet, because now we see the other Zod. He in the Phantom Zone. He like, look, hey, you in jail with me. But I did like how Darkseid was so. Dude, this is how bad Darkseid is. Dude ain't said a word the whole episode.
He didn't move.
Man. And you knew the power that he stood with.
You see, he ain't questioned. He was like, I know, oh boy, I don't know you, but don't worry about it. You're going to get to know me, and I fall in line, partner. Because I am the word of Darkseid for you.
That was interesting.
You got your marching orders. Now shut up.
Yeah, we already see he's fiddling around with the new god still. He's I guess finding sort of rebels, sort of, because like most of these people are being entrapped into being a rebel. So it's not the same as being like full out rebels. He just says something like, oh, I'm interested to see what you're saying. I got you. It's like, whoa, what you mean?
I'm gonna say this. I don't appreciate him catfishing people, especially black people. He out here catfishing soon to be rebels. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like
this is what you doing.
Possible rebels.
This is what you doing with your powers. You scrub. You terrorist scrub.
He's not even it's weird because Malafa'ak in some purposes is like the guy. And like in here, he's played as kind of like sort of a chump. And like, I mean, he ain't had no words for Darkseid. I mean, he was just like, oh, I guess I'll just do what you say, Daddy. This is like, well,
because whatever power level in this series or whatever, he knows better. It was like, all right, I'm chilling right now. Plus, he also needs them for their weapons, so he's trying to get something out of them. And I feel like he's gonna wind up like Ocean Master. He's gonna learn the hard way.
Yeah.
He don't know. He also don't know when to quit.
Oh, Silhouetted Animator says Malifaux is a hypocrite. True. Now, speaking of that, I wonder if it's gotten around to Darkseid yet that your boy Vandal ain't as powerful as he used to be. I mean, well, Vandal still got power. He still holds some chips, but he ain't holding the chips. Like, you know what I'm saying? He holds the chips, but he ain't got no dip no more. He used to have chips with dip, and now he just got chips. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, he still has the war world, so that's something.
Oh yeah, you're right. He does.
He can't blow some stuff up.
I forgot he got the war world in the cut. All right, you know what?
So you just can't really. You can't run up on him right away.
All right, Malif. All right, Vandal, I'll give it to you. You still got a little something.
It's like, all right, like, you know, I like death and all, but maybe I want to hold my planet together for a minute. Right. But
word.
I
do
want to jump into the day-to-day things of Rocket, and I want to say this: why it touched me so. I am a parent of an autistic child who's special needs. My child is nonverbal. My son is nonverbal. I appreciate them representing, doing that, and showing what parents like us do have to go through for day to day. Just even some of the tics where children who have that condition, they are very, sometimes they cling to very certain items, and they just seem to have got that down. And I'm not going to criticize Rocky because some days it's hard days, but it's like, it seemed like she should know these things, but I guess they got to show it. They got to
kind of like speed it along. Because that child is.
He's like
6, 5.
So it should have been like, it seemed like she didn't know or understand unless her, the father is doing most of the raising. I don't know.
Yeah.
But also,
it seems like the father's doing more raising than she is. Because of course, Rocket got to go to different planets and stuff. She ain't got no time to be taking care of kids. She got she got to go to see the new guys.
Man, look, I'm happy just to see her, to be honest. Shout out to the Silhouetted Animator who said that this is going to be hard. Like, thank you. We get to see some blackness. But I appreciate them
touch
showing the son. I also appreciate them showing how the father cares. He as a parent of an autistic child understood it, because you saw when she said goodbye, and he touched the arm, the hand. Sometimes that don't mean like he's blowing him off. That's just like he might be his way of saying goodbye. Blah blah blah. Some of the words because
it seemed like that was his way of like either saying hello or goodbye to a certain degree.
Yes. So.
But I've dealt with some kids that were either like I used to work with this kid that had Tourette's, and I know in comedy Tourette's are played as like straight funny, and sometimes it can be funny. Like sometimes that kid was funny, and you had to like hold back laughter because you were like, okay, this isn't funny, and like it's not funny, but it's hilarious, but it's not funny. But like, Tourette's really it can be like in the middle of nothing and then just like blurt out. Or I've dealt with nonverbal kids that like, if you'll let them, they'll just hug you all day. So but there are those certain items like with the wool hat that he had. And trust me, and what you might think, oh, well, what you do is you just go get another wool hat just like it. They be knowing. They be like, this was bought on the 3rd, and this was bought on the 5th. They be knowing.
And for my son, it's
they be like,
it's
I know this ain't the same.
touch and texture. Like his thing is socks. Like he loves to play with socks, so he got it. Like you might lay out a couple of socks in the bed. He got to have certain socks that he like that he'll go pick and grab and that he wants to get put on and all that. So I just shout out, again, as weird as we might have some criticisms, whatever. Shout out to this show for just they gonna do it. Like if there's something that can be done from the stuff under the sea that we ain't gonna talk about, but go back and listen.
Get that Badussy water. You know what I'm saying?
To showing, black parents of a black autistic child and how it can be, and even putting the touch of the older black lady who didn't, now Rocket could have just said like, hey, my son has this condition. Some people might know, but there's a lot of times people may not know who older, and it was kind of funny, but but you can also see where it might be.
He was like, no, she stink. It was like,
hey, she might have, I don't know. But at the end of the day, Rocket could have handled that one just a little better, but I get it. Sometimes you just don't know, but you can see how he said, oh, I remember getting off on this X, blah, blah, but he just couldn't take it once to that. So shout out for them showing that, it is not easy, but it's something that it takes extra care and love and concern. And just shout out for them showing the black dad being caring and concerning.
Yeah.
So
now I will say one thing. Like I know in the comics, Rocket is a single mother, but I mean, we've changed a lot of stuff from the comics in this show. It'd be nice. It would be nice, but I know. I'm asking
long
a lot.
time ago, man.
I know.
I
know. I'm asking a lot. The only show we really got is Star Trek Discovery with this # Black Love and I know. I'm asking for a lot, but yeah, just like that whole thing with the exit, something that's seemingly small for you, like, oh well, I'll just take the next exit. That joint can end the day. Like that can be it. And you'll have to spend another 20 minutes trying to bring them down from like it can get bad. So like when they pass that exit and homie I was like, yeah, that can happen.
Routine is like make it or break it or life for some who are on the spectrum. So
So
again,
that
kudos to them.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. And even the way, because you could see how she related with her ex-husband or baby daddy or whatever. Because I don't know if she was married or they kind of like just skipped all that, so we don't know. But I like how he was like, okay, we got to do the IEP or whatever the
yeah,
she was like, stop with the acronyms. It's like, well, no, this is what they call it. I gotta call it what they call it. It's the thing. And he's like, hey, it's like, it's interesting to see him telling her, someone who's like all about like, doing what's right and stuff. It's like, look, we got to do this. And you are someone who knows about having to do things because you in the Justice League.
I kind of like the dynamic.
She's kind of running from this, sort of.
Yeah, she does seem like she's running a little bit. But I like the dynamic switch. And you can tell by going into the episode, she's learning, okay, I need to learn people's triggers and I need to be more sensitive. And I'm sure it's going to play more along the arc, as we see with Orion and different things. She's going to learn some stuff. Because she needs to learn some stuff, the mother of this child.
Mm. And Ghost MKC says she was frustrated because she can't connect to her son, but wants to, but doesn't know how. She is lost. And
yes,
I think to add into that, I think she knows that to connect with her son, she's going to have to take the time away from Justice League.
Yes,
that she doesn't want to take away from the Justice League. And
because
I'm pretty sure Malcolm has told her this, and we're guessing in the relationship that like the Justice League has tons of members. Like you can take a couple of months off and deal with and be around your son and get like you can. Like, there's other people there.
And here's the thing, like what you're just saying, and what I kind of my point just made. Routine. if
Mhm.
your son, if your son is always say he might know maybe every 2-3 times a week he's gonna see dad, and you see how they have their rapport already built and that timing, and he knows things. That's what Rocket would have to fit into that. And honestly, with this Superman running around with workplace procedures after when he pops up, hey, I'm just gonna, I know, maybe I'm crapping on him a little bit, but it's like, aren't all these people already in Justice League or something? I don't know. Maybe I forgot this is a different world. This ain't Justice League Unlimited, but it's like,
this ain't JLU.
Like, God damn it. I'm like, Superman just be talking. I'm like, but with that said, with all these people running around that he might add, yes, Rocket might need to consider after this arc or down the line, like, you know what? My son is more important. Put me as a reserve member.
Yeah, I need to be like a local hero. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do stuff in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I can't be, you know what I'm saying? I can't be going out to space. Right?
Holler at me on the weekends for like, space or something like, or
not the weekends. I mean, all right, so I'm looking at the you're going to like be an ambassador or broker this deal. And I'm like, that's great, but like you gotta kind of spend some time with your son first. Like you gotta get your son straight. Like after your son is cool, great. But right now, like it's clear, like you need some time with your son.
I mean, there's also the fact that when we last saw Rocket, and I know we got to fill in the gaps of our own mind because of the time jumps. So maybe she just feeling like, all right, I'm back out there. If you're like
streets,
a basketball player who leg been broke, or if you're a New Orleans Pelican fan and you see Zion Williamson not doing anything, shout out to the Pels.
But then he putting out social media videos doing slam dunks.
I don't even want to get to it because as a fellow chubby man, I get it. You want to show that you can move, do all that, but
move on
the floor.
Dude, there's nobody on the floor. Of course you're going to do a sweet dunk. Dude, like...
Thank God for CJ McCollum. That was a quick side note. But, So I understand. She been sidelined. She had to have a kid. She had to raise him in the infancy. And you usually don't find out till, how it manifests. It gets harder sometimes as they get older. So if she hasn't related or she jumped back into the saddle as soon as she could, then... the kid is old enough where he's about probably say anywhere from 7, I don't know, to 10 or 11 or something. He's a preteen, pre-tween or whatever. So these are some difficult years that when you learn about this, and this is somebody who's saying it as he's going through it. So, I feel like I see myself somewhat in the beginning of this arc between me and my son and whatnot.
And that's what's up. Lady Lisa jumps in and says, if the dad had behaved the way she did, kind of not wanting to deal with her son's issues at that time, it would have been framed differently. It would have been framed differently. It would have been framed like, she's just got to help the Justice League. Like, it would have been framed like, this dog, he's a horrible person. He don't care about his kids. Just Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Shout out to them for saying, nope, we're going to make this black dad responsible. He knows about IEPs.
Responsible black dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it feels good to see.
He knows the car thing. He came in like immediately knew the tap on the hand. He had all of it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you can see her expression with the tap on the hand, and kind of like what Malcolm says, she may not understand that she don't feel like she's connecting, but that's the way her son connects, and she needs to. Sometimes you have to remind yourself, okay, that's what this means to them. But also, my son will also come hug me and just smile in my face and show that he's happy. So there's different things.
Yeah. So your girl, she get on a plane. She hitting the skies, flying. This ain't JetBlue though. All right, this is a good plane. All right, because they going all the way out into space. And this is an interesting team. All right, so we're gonna have some kind of ambassadorship or whatever go to the new guys, and our team that we send. All right, so think in your mind. Okay, Justice League, we need to send somebody to sign a treaty with the new guys. Jay Garrick, Rocket, and Forager do not come to mind. Not that
No,
I'm against it, but
it works.
it did seem like, who we got?
Random.
Like,
First of all, I'm just saying.
Silhouette animator said Jay Garrick got to be 100 by now. Jay
Hey,
Garrick
man,
do got to be about
still
135.
Still moving. Still got it. But it just seemed like, I know this is Young Justice, so we got to have the new characters, even though Jay Garrick is there. For something that serious, if this was Justice League Unlimited, and I hate to keep bringing up Justice League Limited, you know who will be on that treaty? Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder
Superman,
Woman,
yeah.
and
Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman,
maybe
Flash, and GL.
And possibly Green Arrow and Black Canary, just for backup.
Martian Manhunter would have been coordinating everything from the from the Watchtower. And you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Shout out to Rocket for getting such a high gig, but it's like they just, like you said, they
didn't even send Icon with her. And I mean, I got love for Rocket, but I'm like, yo, what if they get there and they're like outnumbered? Like, we don't know what's going to happen. But the Green Lanterns are coming.
In this series?
Yeah, Icon was he came around last season, or was it second season?
Oh yeah,
we've seen Icon before. So yeah.
He don't do nothing. He just be there.
But he just be standing there. I think he had like one line in the whole show. They're like, we can't have another Superman, and he's black. Just get him out of here.
Unless he's evil, bring in Killmonger's side.
And Geeky Andre said, I was wondering why they sent the Jay Garrick Flash instead of Barry Allen Flash, but it was nice to see him. Yeah. So maybe we're looking at it the wrong way. Okay. We don't want to send. All right. Imagine this. We don't want to send our core team because TV time gets weird. Even Young Justice will jump back and forth depending on the date they put on the screen. But we just finished dealing with the Chaos Lord. We don't want to send our core team because we don't know what's going on. So let's send someone with wisdom, Jay Garrick. Let's send someone with youth but experience in Rocket. And let's also send someone who knows the land terrain, Forager. So I guess I get it. Logistically, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it. You know, so I'll ease back. Ease back.
And if you want to throw in another, I guess if you want to throw in another thought, maybe Superman and the heavy hitters don't need to go out in space again because they went out in space and had all that stuff happen from season 1 and 2. They kind of do need to stay on Earth for a little while to things cool off. More, I mean, I guess
that was season 2. So isn't that still like
it's still not
6-ish years ago, maybe? But I mean, it's still fresh.
That's still close. That like, you know what?
Yeah.
Y'all killed my homeland. I don't care if you were under hypnosis. I'm gonna kill you. So maybe they need to chill for a bit.
Okay.
Or whoever
they understood. Because I mean, I'm just imagining. Okay, let's say you land, and when you get there, it's a setup, and there's like, I don't know, a whole bunch of apocalypse dudes there, something like that. It's only 3 of y'all. It's like, you know.
I guess they say new guys supposed to have it, man. I mean, they are. I guess they hang.
They're like, y'all the new guys, y'all good.
They supposed to be strong, so.
But we do get to meet once again Orion, Light Ray. We get to meet High Father and High Mama Dukes. You know what I'm saying? Ma Dukes up in the house, and I think there's going to be a nice little tie-in over the next couple of weeks between High Mother and Rocket. And I think Silhouette Animator might have touched on it. I can't remember who touched on it. Just say I did. But basically her kind of learning from the High Mother or High Queen Priestess or whatever her name is. Kind of like
the head
how
black
to
woman in
deal.
charge.
Yeah, kind of like how to deal with adverse situations with the child, because we see Orion has, he has a little problem with, with tight spaces. And we can see how quickly he was, taken over by kind of like the what he calls, kind of like the holdouts from his biological father.
And if you want to really break it down even more, look at not only with the tight spaces, but look at Orion as somebody who might be on the spectrum, because he needs the mother box around. His demeanor, he's very curt, like he's to the point where he doesn't express that different triggers and whatnot, and he has to kind of like be told, like, all right, yeah, he has to get it, and you can kind of look at the similarities. So whereas Rocket is just, I think she started to come around like, okay, yeah, I can't do this with him because no tight spaces. Got to keep, I can't put him in my tight space. Okay. Or he might kill me. Like, oh no. So she
the second she went to go in the water, he was like, let me out. He was like,
now.
I mean, he was like, let me out now. So it was cool to see kind of Orion having his own issue. And like you said, most likely being on the spectrum, just like Amistad is. And Kevin Jones outlined that as well. And shouts to the name Amistad. You know what I'm saying? Shouts, you know what I'm saying? Shouts,
yeah, man.
Keeping the child name blackity black, you know what I'm saying? Black love. I mean, even though y'all ain't together, it's still, black past love, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all got black love for your child. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. So
so that black people do parent and take care of their children.
Yes.
Even in animation.
So and Geeky Andre dropped it in there for the chat. But if you did not know, if you can't see the chat and you're just watching, Orion's real daddy is Darkseid. So AKA real daddy. But we get a chance to experience their kind of like their rules and their law when the other forager steals the whatever the item is, whatever item he steals.
The dangerous MacGuffin.
Yeah, the dangerous MacGuffin that kind of like makes the episode get crazy for a second. You see that they even like, hey, my father has rules. We can't just enter into these things. And then when you see the bugs come out and the bugs are like, yeah, that's right. You do have the rules. You can't just come up in here. Ain't gonna be no no-knock warrants. All right? Ain't gonna be no no-knock warrants. I'm just saying. So that was cool to see that he was at least trying to respect it. And then also saying, all right, look, we know you got it. We just need it. It's like the episode of Atlanta. It's like, look, I just wanted that. And also seeing Malafa'at come in and, of course, tinker
just
with something.
Right on in.
Yeah, so, like...
All right, I got to take it back. He does use his powers. He is still crafty because he did slip in to create another bomb real quick.
Yeah, Malafa'at be making mad bombs.
Golly.
He is a fire starter for real. That boy love bombs.
Like out.
And Jenna James says, actually, Orion needing to use a mother box to calm him down and adjust his facial features go all the way back to the original Kirby run on New Gods. This was kind of ignored for many years, with most notable exception being Kingdom Come. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you for giving me the download on that. Didn't know.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And it still relates to kids, people on the spectrum. Like it's still maybe they knew.
Like he has his thing that he needs to have with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's still dope.
Yeah. So that was cool.
Shout out to whoever's writing, pick the right character.
They handled this episode well. Now,
they knew how to relay these things. So they really put a touch on it.
From the day-to-day to the action type stuff, hey, good on you. Now, I mean, it wasn't all the action, but we're still laying groundwork for whatever is about to happen. Even though we only got like 8 episodes left, so you got to kind of come on now, because
I know
8 episodes was essentially 4 hours. So we got about 4 hours left. All right. Y'all, let's pick it up, because I want a finale. I want to be able to come back here and talk about a real finale. And when I say a real finale, I mean I mean, top quality level fights. Like, remember season 1 when you had Superboy and Robin versus Batman and Superman, and we were like, oh snap, and then they switch partners? That's what we waiting for. All right, that's what we waiting for. Remember when Blue Beetle had to take on Black Beetle? That's what we waiting for. Like when Aqualad was like, actually, father, I sold you out, and I've been undercover, double, triple agent the whole time. And that's what we talking about.
That moment, and Blue Beetle was Black Beetle, because that dude, that was a villain.
He was a villain.
He enjoyed being a villain, torturing you.
Calling people meat.
Whoever did the voice work, they killed it.
Yeah, the voice, the guy that did the voice for Black Beetle, I believe was Kevin Graveau, but I'm not sure. I'll reach out to him and ask him if he did the voice. I'll ask him if he did the voice on that. I'll ask him and see.
I feel like it definitely was a black person.
But he was like, meat. Like he knew, like, yo, like, you dead. I don't care about you. You small, you weak, you can't beat me. But then, you know, Jaime came through, man. Shouts to Jaime Reyes.
I just laugh when Black Beetle get tired of beating your ass. He just like, all right, I'm tired of this. And his facial expression like, this is boring me now.
Oh man, like, so yeah, the Reach in season 2 took Justice League and Young Justice to the limit. That's what Geeky Andre said. I thought it was it 2 or 3? When did the Reach come in? The Reach came in 2. All right, cool.
Yeah,
like, I keep forgetting. I'm like, because it's been so long, I need to go back and binge all the way through again. But yeah, that's the kind of finale I'm looking for. So I don't feel like we're getting to that type of finale. So I'm waiting for an episode to happen that kind of gets me pumped, because I think this was a great episode once again for laying the foundation. But it's like, the foundation for what, man? I want to, like,
I feel like
go.
The finale better have Vandal in it some type of way. Like, it's been the season of Vandal, so it's like it gotta be him, I would hope. Like, they better not pull some weird stuff where it's like, I don't know, Superman goes off to, like, I don't know, the future with the you know, whatever, them cats. Like, I don't care. Like, I want to see this stuff happen with Vandal or something. But
yeah,
honestly, your guess is as good as mine to where this goes.
Because this
Darkseid is too busy to talk to us peons to turn around to look.
He too good to even turn around.
He ain't ready to do damage yet. He's still Stargate.
All right, so peep this. Shouts to Brother Man 612. Peep this. Darkseid is petty enough to stand there the whole time with his back turned, but not even speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Not even say a word.
He didn't move.
Man, he had his back turned. He was like, and he had his chin up too. You know how when you be like, he was the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
And his subordinates was gonna swing on you if you even got out of line.
Yo,
because old boy like, oh, hold up, partner, hold up.
He's like, whoa, bro.
I speak for him. He speak for him. You hold the leg.
You do what he said. So I think that's still my biggest issue with the season, is that it still feels disjointed. I don't know where we're going. I feel like we knew where we were going in the first 3 seasons. This season, it's kind of like a series of vignettes, but I don't know where we going. I want to know where
it is
we going.
Very disjointed. It's still good, but it's like every single arc is almost like its own series.
Yeah,
minus
it's
the
like
tissue of Superboy being dead and everybody, you know, going through trauma and grief. So I mean, they did say they was gonna change it up, so they changed it up.
They sure enough changed it up,
but the formula is definitely askew. It's starting to come back around, though. It's starting to come back around.
Yes, I think these last episodes have been better than the first crew outside of Mars, because I think Mars has some good stuff in it. But
it's like
I want to know where we going, and I feel like we ain't going nowhere right now.
When will we at least get, like, we haven't, I'm kind of giving up hope on the A-Team, which of course is the original people from the poster.
Yeah, that are on the poster. The poster for this season has everybody who ain't even here. I mean, well, they're here.
We get a mix of at least some of Team A, some of the Outsiders, and some of, I guess you could say, Team C of just random people, and some of the Justice League. Like, I feel like there's something, at least with the, we need an episode at least of the Outsiders doing something.
Yeah, it's like I think we're missing a lot of that team kind of feel, and the poster gives us the team feel. Now, Ghost MKC says, "Yo, I love the format. Season 4 is far better than season 3."
Wow.
Okay, let me think. Okay,
it's not bad.
Well, we still got 8 episodes left, but would I consider this better than season 3?
It's different.
We won't really know until we're done. But I will say I prefer a more linear style of storytelling.
I agree. The way season 3 opened, where it felt almost like a movie, so then you got to the jumping off point as they did before with season 1 and 2. But I guess with 3, it in itself had a delay. So they had to kind of reintroduce the formula. 4, I call it the experimental phase. It's like if your favorite rap artist is doing, what he's known for, then he next thing you know he's singing. It's not bad.
Hit you with that experimental album. You know what I mean?
Like
it's like you're just like, it's not really hitting him.
When you go from Little Brother and then next thing you know you're on the foreign exchange. You got to get a little used to it.
Even though, you know what, foreign exchange, Little Brother, okay, before we even get started, I do not dislike Little Brother. I think Little Brother has some good stuff. I like their first and their second album. I like some stuff that Fonte's done with Zoe. I also like some stuff that Foreign Exchange has done. Some good music is in that catalog. But sometimes I be feeling like they get overhyped.
Little Brother as a whole, probably. I mean, Fonte himself.
I don't think they had the contemporaries to really, but that's neither here nor there.
It's all subjective.
It's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? I still got, Little Brother hits in the whip. You know what I'm saying? Ride to it a little bit. But season 3, season 4, I think maybe because it's more linear with season 3, season 4 still has 8 episodes to turn out to be like, they might, in these next 8 episodes, we'll be like, oh, okay, that's why they did it this way. But now, it seems like season 4 is like, and we're like, where we going?
Like you said, it's one of those things we look back at it like this is the greatest thing ever, and we just couldn't maybe perceive it at the right time. But I'm more with you. I like more linear. I feel like it just builds and builds and builds. But
it's like we build and then we close the chapter. Then we build, we close that chapter. Shouts to Brother Man said Tigolo. Oh man. Shouts to Fonte. Yo, Fonte, if you watching this right now, man, if you ever want to come on and talk some geek stuff, holla at me. I know y'all got that documentary coming out. I'm gonna check out the documentary. I'm interested. Even though I know a lot of stuff is played out online, I'm interested to see what the documentary got to say. You know what I'm saying? Why?
I just would like at least 4 episodes leading through the finale to give us that team dynamic.
Yes.
And it don't even have to be the people on the poster. Just give me a team dynamic of the Justice League. Wow. And even if this Superman is leading the charge, something. I just need a little bit more of that.
Give me the poster. All right. You showed me the poster. All right. And you said Phantoms. And I'm thinking, oh snap, Phantoms, who knows what's going to happen? Oh, it's going to be crazy. And this whole season, I haven't really felt like y'all taking it to that next level. And I mean, you got your girl saying poetry at the end of the episodes. I'll
be honest. It can't be season 3. I think who just said that he's a big fan of the Tiger's art. That's his opinion. Nothing wrong with that. The Tiger's art just alone cannot make it beat season 3, no matter what happens. Unless these last 8 episodes are fire. If they just blow my head off. Cool.
These last 8 need to be John Blazy.
Like, they're great. They're good.
Geeky Andre says Superboy needs to come out of the Phantom Zone with his power set from the comics. It's time. You know what?
Yeah.
That could be very interesting. Like, if he exits the Phantom Zone with what do they call him? Superboy Prime? Is that what they called him? Like the top best one? Not like Metropolis Kid, but like Superboy Prime. Like, I'm the Metropolis Kid. Like, whoever I think it was Superboy Prime, but check me in the comments, let me know, because I'm not super up on DC. But I think if that's the power set you're talking about, then we talking. Now we got a story. You know what I'm saying? Now we got some real.
And maybe they'll actually get married at the end of the season. Because I remember we predicted last year that it would be like at the mid before we knew he was gonna die. It was like, okay, we finally is gonna come back. Supposedly, eventually. So maybe that will eventually happen. Maybe that'll be the series after they smack somebody around the season finale. That they finally let that happen.
All right, cool. Well, all right. So I'll let me see. I will throw it to Jenna James. I will throw it to Jenna James for the final thoughts. I'm gonna read this and then we'll bounce off of it. Jenna James says, on one hand, it's so obvious given he's one of the most dangerous and iconic villains of the DC universe, but on the other hand, I would have never expected it given how freaking packed this series already is with top tier villains like Vandal Savage and freaking Darkseid. We've just seen how deep Vandal's machinations go, but I would be curious to see how he would react to Zod being released. As you stated, it would completely shift the balance of power. Zod isn't just powerful, he's ridiculously intelligent. For all we know, he'd lock Vandal in the Phantom Zone and take over the light. So
I like that idea because Vandal, his hubris or something, however you want to put it, is going to get him. As somebody who can beat him up and choke him out, and you can't
and
kill
is
him,
smarter than him, or at least as smart.
Take him out the game. It's like, you're gonna take my place, partner. Kind of like if you want to go like in mythology, like like in Greek mythology when the Titans lost Atlas, who got to hold up the world. Okay, you can't die, but we're gonna punish you forever. And sometimes he would try. I think it's he can be tricked. Somebody can be tricked to take his place if you get there to him. But ultimately, Zeus locked his ass right there, holding up the world, which is bad as hell.
Yeah, and then you got a situation where, all right, so Vandal Savage, as far as mentally, Luther can roll with him. You know what I'm saying? As far as being sneaky and different plans and plots and schemes, but Luther can't stand up to Vandal Savage. But Zod, now we're in a different ballgame because we're talking about someone who's extremely smart, straight up tactician, and got them hands. And then also, we don't know even how Zod feels about Darkseid at all. This could be that wild card that we need to play in the last couple episodes. But I will say this. With that, we got to get out of the Phantom Zone. We got to get out.
Yeah,
we've been in the Phantom Zone, 2 episodes now? We got to go. We got to go.
If they can do it within 3 episodes, that would be great.
Yeah, we got to get out. I'm tired of the Phantom Zone, y'all. We got to go.
But I got a bad feeling we all going to be wrong. I feel like we won't get out of Phantom Zone until the end. I just feel it coming. But you never know. Because look how long it took for Beast Boy to take a bath.
Has he even taken a bath yet?
I don't know, man. Or to clean up to get something done, and for his sister to come visit him. Look how long it took for that. So thank God we got that part over with. As much as I am feeling for Beast Boy, it was about 4 episodes due.
Yeah, I was like, bruh, I don't care that much no more. So, all right, we are ready to bounce. So the brother over here, all right, the genius and gentleman, where can they find you, Mr. Cooper?
Find me at Blerdish.com, spelled just like how my shirt says it. That's www.blerd-ish.com, Blerdish.com. Got one more day for the first April sale. Grab you some shirts, some merch like I'm wearing. It supports the channel. It supports what we do. And get you something good to wear. It's con season back. Still mask. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just making a hell of a suggestion. Go enjoy yourself, but be safe. Don't be like Paul George out here. Go Pelicans. But
anyway.
Hopefully, all right. Thank you for making it easy, Paul George, so we can enjoy these playoffs down here. But go get some masks. We got masks too. And if you're in Mobile by Saturday, I will be at the Mobile Bay Anime Fest by AVC Conventions. Come check me out. I'll be at table A5. Get all these black comics, get some manga, get some art, get some different things. So find me there. Find me on Instagram at blerd.ish. Find me on Twitch. Find me on Facebook.
This what's up. And of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that jazz, podcast too. I'm happy that y'all came through. I'm happy that you enjoyed the show. I'm happy that you were able to chime in on the goings on of the youthful justice. I pray that God keep you. God bless you. And that you stay out of the hands and the grips of Malifaux, Ark, and Darkseid. I pray. No, but anyway, I love all y'all. Tyler Bennett, Jenna James, Ghost MKC, Malcolm Lee, Brother Man 612. Who else do we have up in here? ZSB Lou, Malcolm Lee, Kevin Jones, Silhouette Animator, Geeky Andre. Look, y'all came through. If I missed y'all name, I apologize. But y'all make this even more fun because we watching the show and we love it, we hate it, we love some stuff, we hate some stuff. Sometimes we tired of Vandal Savage, sometimes we want them back. We don't know. Sometimes Ocean Master gets fried to a crisp.
And sometimes you hear slam poetry that's very, very sad. Very, very sad.
Oh man. So from us to you, thank you for rolling through. And until next time, Killmonger Zod is for the children.
They stole his whole vibe.
Whole vibe, man. Haircut everything. Just took it all. He went in the barbershop and he looked up at the picture. He said, "Can I get the number 1, please?" He was like, "What's it? Oh, the Killmonger. Right there. Can I get that?" Like,
they're like, they'll never tell the difference.
They'll never know. Anyway, we out, y'all. Peace.
You got to know that if you keep dwelling in the past, you will remain in the past. Can I get a fucking yeah?
prior to your departure, and which for security reasons of the highest importance has been known on board during the mission. Now that you are in Jupiter's space, and the entire crew is revived, it can be told you. 18 months ago, the first evidence of intelligent life off the Earth was discovered. It was buried 40 feet below the lunar surface, near the crater Patron. Except for a single, very powerful radio emission aimed at Jupiter, the 4-million-year-old black monolith has remained completely inert. Its origin and purpose still a total mystery.
You're listening to my daddy, All Gorilla